What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome back to Gibraltar United. So here we are at the Pepe Reyes Cup, which will probably be one of the last times I do a start of season update domestically. I was thinking about it for a little bit and I just decided, you know what, I met you back about... When did I meet you back actually? When did I last see you? I should say not meet you back. But I last saw you on the 26th of July. Now the 19th of August I'm meeting you back again. There's nothing I can really report. Typically I try and get most of my transfers done. So what I've decided to do is I will, do the Champions Leagues like I normally do, and then I'll probably meet you back somewhere about, 4 or 5 games into the league season. I think that'll be a fair sort of thing to start doing from now. Of course, if you feel against that, if you feel like it's good to I do maybe a start of season, mid season, end of season update, feel free to put that below. But I'm sort of thinking from now on I'll do the Champions League. Because I doubt we'll get past the qualifying for a little while longer anyway. So, we'll always have a pre-season for the Champions League games. So I'll probably do Champions League, 4 or 5 games into the league season. Then probably, roughly 2/3 all the way through the season. Then probably one end of season update. And then that'll be, just it for the season. But either way, I guess that was just sort of something I wanted to prepare you, or talk about anyway. But let's talk about the club. So someone asked me when I originally uploaded part 18 or 17, I think he asked him. He asked in one of the comments, one of the videos anyway, if I'm now a legend at the club. And I'm on the right screen. I don't know why I clicked off it. And I'm not a legend currently. I'm an icon, which I'm still pretty happy with. I'm now an icon at the club after just, what is this, my 4th season now, isn't it? First, second year I got Europa League, third. Yeah, this is my, wait. First, second, third, yeah, 4th. This is my start of my 4th season at the club, and to be already an icon, I'm pretty chuffed with. I mean, I think I thoroughly deserve that. Other than what bearing in mind what I've done for this club in 4 years, but yeah, I reckon we're still maybe another 2, 3, maybe 4 years off becoming a legend, but that'll be something that will definitely happen in the next decade maximum, definitely. Although I plan to achieve a lot in that decade, so I doubt it'll take that much, that long. But as you can see as well, we're also media predicted first. We have an estimated value of 1.6 million. We could use this actually to have a look at our facilities, which is nothing has changed. We have had a stadium sponsor come in. When's 5 years ago from 2021? That is 2016. So it came in last season. We had a stadium sponsor come in. As you see, not a lot, 12.5k a season, but it's something, and it's better than nothing. I'm not actually sure if every club gets that. No, actually, so it's quite surprising that we've got a stadium sponsor. It's because I'm guessing we pull so many punters in that we've been sponsored. But yeah, that's really good that we're actually picking up that money. I didn't realise no one else was. As you see, we're still yet to get an affiliated club. That's annoying. History, we can have a look at the history, some landmarks, I guess, and stuff like that. As you see, nothing really to talk about, apart from we had to change the captain this year. Montegriffo became our captain and Jason Colin became our vice captain. But apart from that, it's everything you've pretty much seen. Records. Let's have a look at not the records. I know it is the records I want to click on. So we'll have a little look. As you can see, nothing. All the records we've set are all from us when we've been in charge. Apart from that lowest league position, which was first in the 2nd division in 1998-99. But yeah, apart from that, everything is set by us. So every record is pretty new. So as you can see, for example, most league appearances from the club is Victor Lopez with 50. And bearing in mind that there are only 14 league games per season, it's going to be hard for people to kind of beat that, since he's going to be at this club hopefully for a little while longer. He is currently 20 and can definitely play along. As you see, top league goal scorer is Paul Marston, and considering the fact that he was only here for a season, it says something, although I'm sure he'll be beaten very soon by people, either Jason Colin, Gregory, someone of that sort. But yeah, you can just see all our little records here, which is something I've never really looked at. And also, we might as well have a little look at things like players. Not top goal scorer. No, we don't want that actually. Best 11s. We can have a look at our best 11, which is again something I've not done since I've been here. So it just sort of shows the development over time at the club. So if we look at this, first starting 11 in our first season, and then we flick it on to the 2nd year, we'll see that there actually were quite a few changes. And that was because, of course, we got promoted. We were in a new division. Oh wait, that's an overall. That's why. But if we go into the 2nd season, you can see there's still quite a few changes. We got promoted. We invested in the squad quite a bit. We brought in a few youngsters. So overall, you see the change. And then in the 3rd year, again, you see quite a few changes. Again, some new younger players coming in, making their way into the starting lineup completely. So You know, the club is consistently changing. This year, we've not really changed too much, of course, transfer-wise. I don't think it's been over my coaches. Transfer-wise, we've already, you know, kept everything the same. We actually loaned out a youngster called Tony Leonard, who has been here for a little while now. He's not really got anything great about him from my perspective. But, of course, from other teams in this country, from teams in the second division, he may actually be a really good player. So Europa Point, who who have been in the second division now since I've been in charge, they were rumoured to be interested in him. They offered a loan deal. I said, you know what, that is fine, you can have him. So he's gone out on loan to get first team football. As I said, he's probably never going to achieve anything here. I mean, if he could become maybe a one-star goal player, he maybe could have a future here as a backup player, but he's not going to, you know, he's never really going to break into this first team, so I don't really care. He's gone out on loan, and plus, I think what's he on? £25 a week? I'll pay that. No, I'll pay that for someone just to go out on loan, and then, you know, when I release him in a year or two, when he's fully developed and he's eligible to be released on a free, he may go out and play football. You know, we may see him again. We never know. But yeah, nothing's really happened in transfers. I don't remember if I've shown you my staff or not, but we'll look at training anyway and coaches. I remember I did actually look at this, but yeah, it's still, you know, pretty good. I'm really happy with the level of coaching we're at. But let's go into this game against Lincoln Gibraltar. There's nothing really else to show you. Matthew Smith is looking really tired. That is actually my fault. So there is actually something I could show you. So we're going to actually put Jose Luis Enrique, and we'll actually put... Actually, we won't even put Matthews on the bench. We'll put Burgess on the bench. But the reason he's tired and the reason he's currently of really low fitness is because if I go into my under-21s, as you see, we've actually played a competitive game recently. In fact, it was only about 4 days ago. Yeah, as you see, we played a competitive game in Belgium as well. So, and in fact, I think in this game, in this squad, I had about, God, it must have been like 12 players from my squad, and I was being biased towards my players. But if we look at the star rating, you know, with all the people eligible for under-21s due to the fact that Gibraltar senior squad didn't have any internationals, we were able to field a half-decent team. But the annoying thing that came from it was we were playing one of the toughest teams, if not the toughest team in our qualifying group. So despite the fact we had a half-decent team out, the sheer class and quality of Belgium's youth system and the young players in Belgium were able to show through and shine through, and they beat us 9-2. If I had my more senior squad maybe for the, I don't know, Slovakia match, I don't know how to really rate these youth players because it all varies. But maybe this Bosnia and Herzegovina team, they may have been able to get a result, but nah, whatever, you know, things can't be done. Things can't be changed. I could have actually... Oh, no, I can't. This is for the future. But yeah, either way, under-21 still now unable to get my first win, but it was always going to be unlikely against Belgium. But the squad today, let's run through that. So we've got Colding in goal, Lopez right back, Byrne left back, centre-backs of Harrison and Enrique, right midfield of Montgomery, left midfield of Montegriffo, and the centre mids of Barcelo and Brown, and up front we have Gregory and Coling, the bench of Whitbread, Burgess, Durate, Morales, Corretto, and Munilali on the bench. The reason actually Carretero, sorry, is on the bench. I said it wrong a second ago, but Carretero is on the bench is because Norton Rambo is injured. He'll probably be playing a few more games this season. He is actually one of the best players apparently Gibraltar can offer in the centre of the park. I think that will change in the future. If we can actually go on the Gibraltar squad, I think that will, as you see, all of it's depleted because I took them all to the under-21s. But you know, if we look at the squad, there are a few half decent centre mids in. Norton Rambo, like I said, is apparently one of the best. But I think maybe in another year or so, Terry Brown will be definitely making his way into the Gibraltar senior squad. So let's go into this game. Let's hope that we can get our first piece of silver of the season. We have a chance of getting 4 trophies this year, and this will be the first one of hopefully, as I said, many. They reckon we're going to win this game today. Dude's absence of your chance of winning, I can't deny it's making it a little bit easier for us. They've played their 4-1-2-1-2, as always. That's their typical formation for them. I think they have their fullbacks bombing quite far forward, offering the overlaps. I don't really like that formation too much. I think it's a little bit too narrow. But either way, you know, they clearly get success from it. So I want you to pick up where you left off last time. After our plucky little, what was it, 1-0 defeat to Tel Aviv, or however, I think it was 1-0 again. It's been a little while since I played that, about a day or two. So either way, we had a spirited match, spirited display in our last match in the Champions League. I don't control the friendly matches. To me, they've not really got much interest to me. I did for the Aberystwyth save. I actually did do the friendlies, but currently we can't really get friendlies against big teams. We're just playing little teams from our own country, and I just want to get into the league season. I'm really determined to go and get started again and try and qualify for the Champions League. As Barcelo with the ball, holding off that guy for a little while there, playing the ball to Gregory. Nice bit of play there from Barcelo, and here's Montgomery out on that right hand side. It's whipped across, finds Montegriffo, our captain at the far post. He's unable to get a shot away, but we're building up play yet again. It's on that right, this time Lopez whipping this one in, and it's Montgomery who's buried that one in with his left foot, his weaker foot as well. What a brilliant goal. And it took us 2 attempts to whip the ball in, and it still didn't actually fall to the yellow shirt that we wanted it to, but it did fall to a appropriate yellow shirt on the rebound, and we were able to smash that one in. Yeah, Coling actually passed it. So he actually passed it. You know what? It was a good cross because Coling did a very senior and mature thing to lay it off to Montgomery, who was in a better position to drill that one home. So 1-0 up, 17 minutes into the game right now. Lincoln look like they're going to be on the attack. We've been tackled a bit there. Brown's got the ball, playing it forward. I don't actually know if I've got my set piece that I created on. I may leave it on for the season, see how we do. We've got a set piece scored, because if we can score a few set pieces this year, clearly the created set piece I made for the Champions League will have worked, or it's evidence that it does work. As Davis with the ball, playing it out wide to left to Pons. I think Pons is one of the quite a decent left back, as Coling with the save against his former team. But yeah, Pons I think is one of the good left backs in the nation. Currently I'm not too interested in getting him because we have Burgess, we have Byrne. I don't really need them. I need him, but there are a few actually good players that I could potentially sign for my club. But the thing is, like, one of them's a right back, which I think I've got a great one, as Gregory doubles our advantage with a good assist from Montgomery. But yeah, there are a few good players from Gibraltar, or playing in the Gibraltarian League, I should say. I think one of them's Spanish and the rest are from Gibraltar. But yeah, there are a few in them, but like I said, they're in positions I don't need. For example, a right back. We don't need a right back. There's a really good right midfielder out there, but I mean, look at Montgomery's performance today. A goal and an assist. Could even be getting his second assist here, which he does, as Montegriffo linking up to the wingers, and the captain has scored to make it 3-0. Eyes offside. But either way, look at Montgomery's performance today. That's evidence that I don't need a right mid. And I think there is like a good defensive midfielder out there or some. I think there's like another good position out there. And again, I'm comfortable enough with everything I've got. So, there are good players, but not in positions I particularly want or need. Then again, if I could see a worldie of a player, like a really good player, someone like Tito Nose level, I'd be more than happy just to jump in and sign them, even if we had a good player in that position already, as Gregory should be doing a lot better there with that header. Straight to keeper. Wasn't too much power on it either. I'm just thinking of the team. I may bring Burgess on for the last 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes. Maybe even actually 30, just to sort of give him a go, because I do want to kind of push Burgess through, despite the fact he's actually English, as Montgomery should get his second assist. I don't know how Montegriffo cleared that one away with that shot, but what an atrocious finish. That was actually so bad. But yeah, what I'm saying, Burgess is actually English, and I think he's declared nationality for England as well, which means currently he's not available for selection, I don't think, or anyway, I can't personally go forward and select him, which is a little annoying, but hopefully the Gibraltar manager will leave in the future, as Gregory does make it 3-0. It's been a long time coming. Montegriffo had a goal disallowed, an opportunity wasted, but we do manage to get that third in the end. You know what, being 3-0, 70% of the ball coming our way. We're going to bring Burgess on. We are also going to bring Durate on as well. We'll take Montegriffo off. Not having the best of games, wasting them opportunities. We'll give the sub guy. He always comes on the sub as a sub, Durate. So yeah, we'll bring him his first substitution appearance of the season. But yeah, hopefully in the future, we can get people like Burgess declaring nationality. I was playing on a different save actually, and I spoke about this in the past about the comments. How once a player has stayed in this country for about like 1,000 and something days, I think that's like an accumulation of like 3 years. I think once a player stays in this nation for 3 years, he is able to declare nationality for that nation. But I had this happen to me on another save, and what it said at the bottom was this player will be able to play for said national team. I think it was Singapore, and the Singapore national team I was managing in that league. It said that he will be eligible to play for the Singapore national team after he's accumulated 5 years in the country. Now, I always thought it was once you declared nationality, you were eligible for selection. Now, I don't know if it was something with that league. I don't know if different nations have different rulings or whatever. But I always thought it was once you reached your accumulated dates and once you declared nationality, that was it. You were in the team. If you know anything about the rule, any difference or whatever, feel free to tell me. But for now, I'm going with the basis of once they've reached their 3 years, they can play for the national team. Like I said with Burgess, he is English, but he's also Gibraltarian as well. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen there. But we won the game 4-0. It had completely blipped over the 4th goal, but it was a good performance from the team either way. You know, it was just really, really comfortable. I'm happy with the result, lads. And yeah, it shows that it's going to be another good year for us, obviously. It's going to be another year. I think from this point on, really, it's going to be our title to lose every year. I said this before. I don't remember when, but I've said it before, how any good players in this league, and we pretty much snap them up. You know, we get them, we accumulate them, and you know, it makes it hard for any other team to really compete with us. I don't really understand as well why people like Lincoln are willing to sell me their players who actually have values. For example, Coling had a value of about maybe £325 like he does right now. They were willing to accept a £0 contract from him. £0, I mean, transfer fee. That doesn't make sense. That's not logical. It's a little bit frustrating. You can actually do that with this save. I don't know if it's because of the database or something else or something different. But yeah, that's it seems a little strange, but either way, it means that we can sign any good players or half good players that are out there on nothing, for nothing. So actually, let's sort this team back out. I just want to put Matt Smith in. I want to make sure he doesn't miss his first game of the season. Let me talk about Burgess actually, because I was talking about him a lot there. Let me go on his information. As you can see, he is nationalities. He is declared for nation in England, but his birthplace is actually Gibraltar. So I don't know what's really going to happen there. Because normally you declare nationality for the team you think you're most likely to play for, and let's face it, Burgess isn't really going to be playing for any English national team at any national team level ever. So that's a weird decision from his part. I see. Look, it doesn't make sense. He's also trained at our club. But yeah, hopefully in the future we can, you know, if we can develop him up to a good level, he'll you know, realize his mistake and start playing for Gibraltar. But yeah, this will be it for now, guys. Next time I will meet you back. I will probably do like I did last year. I'll meet you back for the Britannia game at the Senior League Cup Group B. At that point, you know, we'll know if we qualify for the next round there. We'll have a good indication of how we're doing in the league. I imagine that game will flip and be rearranged again, as always. But yeah, this will be it for now, guys. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give it a like. And until next time, peace out.